Hi everybody, this is Mr. Roche again. If you are here, you have a Flappy Birdie object up here already. And what we want to do is get it to animate. Okay? So we have a lot of this already set up. And what we need to do is essentially make a loop. Okay? So you're just going to like in the try part, we're gonna encase the stuff in the try in a for loop. So we're gonna try and try and try and try again for all of our pictures. So I'm gonna make a for loop like this. Okay, so I just do this. I have to put the condition of the for loop in, but I'm like that. Okay, to be safe and to understand what I'm doing, I'm gonna tab everything inside the for loop. And I'm gonna set up an integer I to iterate. And I'm gonna start at 0, like last time we did it for 0. And then we're going to do it while I is less than, and we have a variable for this. We know how many pictures there are going to be. It's called total pics, okay? So we're going to do this while I is less than total pics, and then we're going to go plus plus I, and we're going to run this, okay? Um, and then all we need to do to load up all the pictures is do this. If we go like this, it'll like keep loading and loading and loading and loading all the pictures. So let's try that out, okay? I'm going to turn off this, I have a system out print in paint components so we can just look at things. But I'm going to go like this and run it here. And let me see. Okay, so that's good. All right, let's turn this off for a sec and look at what we got. Okay, so you can see what it did. It loaded up all my pictures now. That's all in the array list. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to then all I need to do now, okay, and this is actually the cool part of this whole thing, is that all I need to do in the action performed actually well actually like we'll leave the repaint on for a second. But this repaint causes problems, but we'll leave it there for a second, okay? What I need to do is when the timer goes, because we have this timer going, okay, and we have a character timer right here working. And if you don't have that, let's get that in there. Okay, so what it is there's a timer called character timer inside our character. Okay, and then what I did was I set the timer to work like this. I made a new timer in the constructor and I started it. Okay, so that makes this action perform like active. Okay, and that's causing the painting and stuff like that. Okay, and so what I want to do here though is really rather than repaint, what I want to do is I want to um, just change the picture number. Okay, so right now when you look at the picture, the current picture is 0. Okay, and we're going to go from 0 to like basically total pics, and then just keep going around and around and around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like this and say current pic plus plus will be plus plus to add one to the current picture, okay? And then what I want to do too is when the current picture gets too high, I want to turn it back to 0. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go say if current pic is greater than or equal to, and make sure you get that equals right there, total pics. I'm going to go like this and set current pic back to 0. Okay? And right now we'll leave this repaint, but that's actually sort of a suspect thing right now, okay? But that actually should help us. Let's see what happens here. Okay, look at that. See? All of a sudden, just with one loop, get this done. It's pretty easy. There it is. It's running pretty well, okay? Got the Flappy Brown. Okay. So for people who don't have, or people who have, whose objects sort of aren't round, this is sort of a problem. The repaint here isn't good. I'm going to turn this off for a second and show what happens here. Okay, so if you get the repaint like that, it still is actually going. Okay, that's actually good, but that is because, okay, so to try to take this out, this causes problems in here. But where we want the repaint to happen is in the Flappy frame, okay? And I'm not sure you guys have this, but what I did is I started the game timer, okay? And in the action performed, I call a repaint, and that repaint repaints like everything. It repaints all the frames, repaints anything that's on the frame. And that will actually make it beautiful, and it will also it repaints the background, which is the problem that you have if you have a repaint in here. So so that's pretty good. You might have also, like, let me point out another problem here that people in Orange have sort of gotten through this and they know. Another thing you might want to do is you might have a problem where the background isn't um, isn't the background of your frame. I mean, like, it wouldn't show up with light blue. It'll show up with like white. Okay. And if that's a problem, and this is probably something you need to do anyway, right here where you set width and height and you set this location, etc., go like this. Go this dot set background to null. Null, not nil. That's like a soccer term. Null. Okay. And then hopefully this won't cause anybody else any trouble. Like, it won't cause me any trouble. But that will clean up your, if you have any issues with like the background and the um, the image, that'll cause that'll save you trouble too. Okay, last thing I might do just to see this. This is for your own edification. Is you might want to see what the bounding box of this thing looks like. So I'm going to draw the image. Then I'm going to say g dot set color dot black. Okay, because you want to kind of see what the bounds of your image is. Okay, and we kind of get a sense of this. And we're going to say g dot draw a rectangle. This. Okay, I want to take this thing, and I'm going to say 0, 0, and I'm doing it from the character width to the character height. Okay. Here, let me see what happens. Okay, so we're gonna give this a try here. Let me see. Okay, it's not gonna quite work what I wanted it to do. What it's doing is it's not like the image sort of takes over this, but you can get a sense of this is the bounds of the object. Okay, I'm not sure. Like, you have to be careful of this because this is a weird one. You want to make sure that the bounds are actually pretty close to that because it's gonna touch something, and like, we don't want it to like, you have to kind of work out like what like a real life touch looks like. But you could do something like this too. You could try this, and this would work as well. And try like a fill back. Try that. Okay, and whoopsie. Oh, sorry. I covered up the image. Hang on. Um, okay. If you go like this, there you go. Okay, like, but this is my bounding box. Okay, and that's actually kind of like dangerous because we'd have to know where the images, okay, or like like the touching happens here but not out there. So I think you just have to be aware of that. Right now I don't want that. I just want to see my awesome image working, and that would be good. Boom. Okay, and there you go. Okay, so send me a video that shows me this. Explain a little bit about what you did with the code, and I will be happy. Okay, good luck and happy programming to you all. See you tomorrow.